Hi Scorpio, welcome to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot reader. This is your reading, Scorpio, for the dates between your bi-weekly reading for the dates between the 11th and the 25th of July. I'm going to draw 6 cards initially. The first 3 are going to be related to this week, the 11th to the 18th. And then the second 3 cards are going to be related to the following week, the 19th to the 25th. Okay? I have obviously already shuffled the cards for you, meditated, etc, etc. So I just want to get started. If you haven't already, Scorpio, check out your July love readings, which I've already posted on Friday. The worst day to post, but I did post them on Friday. And I'll try to tag it on to the end of the video. I've also written as well a little thing in the description box below about the astrological influences and the energies of eclipses and retrogrades, so the type of things that generally we'll all be experiencing. Okay, so make sure you check that out. The cards are ready, so let's start. The first card that we've got for you, Scorpio, is the 4 of Pentacles. Then we've got the 3 of Pentacles, and then we've got the 10 of Cups. Fabulous. And then these 3, that's for this week, and then these 3 cards I'll put below for next week. I keep them face down, not to reveal, not to like keep you in suspense, just because I get distracted by the energies, because I do read intuitively. So if I'm drawn to a specific energy, then I just go there. Okay, this card wants to come out. I don't know why, so I'm just going to leave it there for now, because I don't know, that does as well. Don't know where it needs to be, but it wants to come out. Okay, so Scorpio, let's get started. So this is this week's energy, and we've got the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, that's the first card that we've got. Now, the 4 of Pentacles, 4s are about our foundations, or the structures in our lives, and Pentacles are about manifesting. So the things that we put our energy into manifesting. So work, relationships, cash, children, etc. So it's as if you're not putting any energy into manifesting those things. It's as if this week, Scorpio, either you or somebody else in your life is there's a pause. There's a pause. I always look at this at the back, and I see, when I'm in readings, personal readings, I say, look at this, all these opportunities you have in your life, and you're not going toward them. Maybe these are for that. Yeah, look, we've got this one, the Hanged Man. That's obviously going to be clarifying this card here. So there's a reluctance to move, but it's not because you're being stubborn or uncooperative or abusive to yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like that you're lacking compassion for yourself. It's not that. It's not even that you're afraid. It's not that. This is a different type of energy when we get the Hanged Man. Excuse me, this is an energy of consideration. It's an energy of trying to understand how the past has affected us. And that goes perfectly well with the information that I've said that's in the description box about the retrogrades. You know, when we have retrogrades and when we have eclipses, it's about that connection between our higher selves and our lower egos. It's about learning lessons from the past, understanding the cycles and the karma from our pasts, okay? So, and for some of you, it's related to money. It's related to your karma related to money, financial karma. So maybe you're someone who hates money, who thinks money is the root of all evil, and because of that, you feel reluctant to move towards gaining wealth in your life, even though we need it. You know, but don't feel disconcerted by that, because when we get the Hanged Man, we get the major arcana equivalent of a card of stasis, of a card of staying where you are before taking action. When we get this card, it's as if the universe is encouraging you to do that. The universe is encouraging you to look back at your past cycles, your past work, for example, your past jobs that you did, or the past or your attitude to money in the past, your attitude to wealth in the past, whether you were poor in the past and had no money, or whether you were rich in the past and had lots of money and hated it. Whichever way, the universe is actually encouraging you to sit with that energy and to recognize what those patterns were, okay, or what those patterns are. And that's really, really positive. And this is as if the universe is working with you to help you to identify what those is. I mean, 3 is a karmic number. 3 is the number of the Ascended Masters. 3 is the number... Ascended Masters is whatever you want it to be, whether you believe in God or... I don't know. I say universe. you know, whether you pray to Buddha or, you know, that, and it doesn't matter, but whatever you understand that to be anyway, it's as if the universe is working with you this week. And it really, really is. I mean, this is the thing about this energy. I could feel that it wasn't like you being stubborn or you being like stuck, which is what people would generally say when they see the Four of Pentacles. I knew it wasn't that. You know, this is you looking at your cycles, Scorpio, looking back at your cycles, looking back at how you were in your past job or how you were in your past relationship or your past marriage, and coming to terms with that. This is the one for this one, coming to terms with that. So it could be related to, you know, this is about the King of Cups. This is why I love reading intuitively, because the King of Cups is related to is a master of emotions. But I always say, because he's such a master of emotions, the King of Cups, he, she, doesn't matter, male, female, doesn't matter. Because the King of Cups is such a master of emotion, it's as if sometimes that we hide from the world, we keep hidden or we keep below the surface truly how we feel. So it's as if this month or this week, Scorpio, the universe is encouraging you and helping you through this. You definitely need to read the description below. The universe is encouraging you and helping you through the eclipses and through these retrograde motions. The universe is encouraging you to uncover, understand and realise some of the karma from your past. Okay, so that's really, really positive. Okay, and then look what we get here. You know, we get the Ten of Cups. Look at that, that's fabulous. Now I'm going to give you a bit of a long-winded, not long-winded, but an explanation between the difference between the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. You know, to me, Ten of Cups is about joy. And to me, Ten of Pentacles is about happiness. Now, Tiny's barking, so you know that means I'm right. So, let me just explain to you the difference between those two things. Just bear with me a second. All right, Tiny, you've had your introduction. We don't need you. Be quiet. Okay. Let me tell you what I mean by the difference between joy and happiness. So, when we have the Ten of Pentacles, that is, we've put energy and effort into having things in our lives, okay? So you've gone to school, you've got a degree, you've got a good job, you then find a partner, you then buy a house together, you get engaged, you get married. Now that's what you do to achieve the Ten of Pentacles, okay? You put stuff into it and you have all these things to show for all the effort that you've put in. It doesn't necessarily mean you'll be happy, but you should be happy. That's what they said to me as well. But anyway, but you should be happy with the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Cups is different. The Ten of Cups is joy. Now, joy isn't something that is out in the world. It's something that you find within ourselves. You find joy within yourself. You find the thing that makes you feel who you are authentically, and you are happy to and joyful about expressing that in the world. That's what this card is. And it comes about after we've done the work to understand who we really are, and what our higher self is, and what our mission in this life is, and what it is we want. That's when we get the Ten of Cups. So it's as if this stasis, this Hanged Man energy, this Four of Pentacle energy, and then working with the universe to discover what it is that you want and need in your life. It's as if that process this week is leading you to joy. You will feel so enlightened. I need to clarify this card now. That's on the bottom, by the way, the star card. So it does really go along with what we've just said, actually. But I'll shuffle them and I'll pick another card just to I'll shuffle them just to sort of clarify this Ten of Cups. I mean, you don't need to clarify Ten of Cups because it's a great energy, but it's about, as I said, it's this joy. It's about finding something within you that no one can take away from you. No one can ever take away that source of joy. For me, you know, my source of joy is this, what I do, my tarot, Key Wisdom Tarot, working with people, helping people with their healing, writing poetry. I love poetry, writing meditations. I'm a writer as well. So that's my joy. And it doesn't really matter what anyone else does or says out in the world. Like, that's something that I'm always going to have, that's going to give me that joy and that pleasure. And you're finding what that is for you this week. This is the card. Yeah, you know, it's this process that you, with the Hanged Man and the King of Cups and bringing that up, and again, because of the retrograde, because of the eclipses, it's this process that brings you to your joy, that brings you your Ace of Swords, that brings you this clarity. You know, some of you may want to do some public speaking, for example, want to be motivational speakers. That might be the thing that brings you your joy. Want to be a spoken word artist. What do they call that? They call that in America slam poetry. That could be the thing that brings you joy. But it's you're gonna gain that clarity this week, Scorpio, and that is really, really positive. It might feel like a struggle and quite emotional at the beginning of the week, but at the end of the week, you're going to be feeling good. You're going to gain that clarity, that mental clarity, and able to speak clearly to yourself. You know, acknowledge that. What I mean by that is to acknowledge to yourself the things that you really want, and the things that do make you happy. Okay, so let's now look at the following week. Okay, from the 19th to the 25th. That's these three cards. So we've got the Queen of Cups, which is handy because we've got the King of Cups there. We've got the Judgment card, and we've got the Two of Wands. Interesting. So for some of us, the thing that you really want might be a relationship with another water sign, or this could just be your energy. I think this is just your energy, but for some of you, you could be calling in a relationship. I'm gonna not talk about relationships only because your July love reading's already been posted, and your additional July love reading is coming next week. So I'm going to try to stay away from love, but obviously check. I'll put them in a link or attach them so you can see them if you've not already seen them. But this is you looking at your cup, looking at the thing within you that you want to bring out into this world. You know, you're growing in compassion for yourself, and you're growing in compassion means accepting yourself for how you are, for who you are, and accepting others for who they are and how they are, with no judgments. So, you know, if the thing that you want to do that brings you joy, that the thing that you want to go toward that brings you joy is something that's unconventional, or something that's different, or something that you've been afraid of doing, or, you know, it might be, as I said, you know, you maybe you're a banker, you work in a bank, and you want to be a tarot reader, or you want to, you know, I don't know, be a healer or something, or you want to start your own vegan inspired food truck, whatever, you know, and people are like, what are you doing? Like, why would you do something so crazy? But it's not crazy. It isn't. It's what's within you, and it's what you should be doing, and the universe is definitely supporting you in that. I'm just going to clarify this Queen of Cups for you. So you're going to be walking up, we get the Eight of Cups to clarify the Queen of Cups. So you're going to be walking away from the difficult energy of the previous week. You're going to be walking away from the Hanged Man energy and the Four of Pentacles energy, and you're going to be moving towards the thing that you want. So whether it's moving away from a relationship that you're not happy in, or whether it's the low self-esteem or the negative self-talk and the feelings of inadequacy that you've been feeling, you're going to be moving away from that. You're going to be moving into something and towards something that is really in your heart and what you love, okay? With the Judgment card, I relate this card to being mindful, actually. This is my mindful card, this one. You know, I practice mindfulness, obviously, and I practice mindful compassion, and, you know, I practice meditation, obviously. But this, to me, is, the Judgment card is almost like the representative or the epitome of mindfulness. It's about being self-aware, being aware of our egos, being aware of our inner child, the parts of us that are fearful, and also about being aware of our higher selves, or all in one, which is three, like Three of Pentacles. So it's about having that awareness, shining a light for yourself on really truly how you're feeling in this moment and who you are in this moment. I've got a video, a key wisdom video about mindful compassion. If I remember, I'll put the link, or I'll tag it to the end of this video so you can watch that as well. But this card is about acceptance. It's about you accepting you for who you are. Basically, that's what this card's about. You know, Judgment can be related to, you know, the court system. You know, it's a 2, so it's a commitment to something. So it's, you know, 20, 20. So it's a commitment to something. It's about starting something new, as is this card here. Again, a commitment to something. It's number 2, about starting something new. So for you, it could just be a way of thinking, a way of showing up in the world, the way that what you give out to the world, what you offer to the world. It's about maybe moving in a different direction for some of you. I'm going to clarify for you these 2 cards, actually. I don't know. I'm going to... Well, this one, look at that. This one wanted to come out, the Star card, and this one wanted to come out, the Death card. So it doesn't matter which way around who they're clarifying. It's basically the same message. This is a card of... This card means you've already been through the struggle when you get the Death card. You've already been through the hardship. You've already been through the challenges. You've already been through the difficult times. And it's the end of those difficult times. So I suppose it's clarifying. It's a very similar message, actually, to the 8 of Cups. However, the transformation is hugely significant. So you will notice a difference in yourself. You will notice a difference in your thought patterns, in your actions, in your behaviour. You will notice a difference. It will be very obvious to you. You will notice a difference in your approach to people or situations, whatever karmically this has been about for you as an individual. You will notice that difference and you'll be transformed. It's a very healing and transformative energy is the Death card. And it is actually related to the divine as well. It is actually whatever you call, whatever that is to you. The Ascended Masters, the divine, similar to this. It's like a connection between... It's like you go through something that's really, really challenging, but it opens up a portal for you of understanding. You gain a clearer understanding of yourself, of your past behaviours, of your past karmas, of past relationships. And again, that is exactly what retrograde season is about. That is exactly what eclipse season is about anyway. So you'll see this, you'll see the Death card, you'll see lots of 9s, you'll see lots of 5s, you'll see lots of 7s this month, just because that's what that's what the astrological influences are about, okay? So it's a very similar message to the 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, but just that you will see the difference and you will feel the difference in your life out there. And then finally, we have the Star card, okay? So this card, I love this card. I just love it. I mean, I was meditating, I think it was on Sunday, and this card, I can't remember what day it was, but anyway, I was meditating one day last week, or whatever. I meditate every day, and the Star card came to me in meditation, and it's been out a lot of times, or I've done a lot of readings over the last couple of weeks actually, and it's come out a lot, the Star card. This is a card of healing. This is a card of, yes, you have suffered, but that was for your benefit, and now it's time to move forward into the new space. You know, it's about you gaining your clarity. That suffering that you went through, Scorpio, was about you gaining clarity, was about you being ready to, feeling confident enough to take new opportunities and to walk toward your 10 of Cups and your joy and your emotional fulfillment and abundance. Okay, so that is amazing. I really hope you have a wonderful week, a wonderful couple of weeks. I really hope that this resonates with you. Obviously, give me a like and a comment and let me know how it does. And thank you for your support and love so far, Scorpio. And I'll be seeing you all again very soon. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.